Hi. I just wanted to tell you all hello. And thank you so much, Aries, for joining me. I'm so excited to do a reading for you. I going to have a little bit of a different setup than before, but I'm really excited to do this. So bear with me. We're going to start with Aries love readings. And uh, So let's just start with the general, like what is happening in love. My kitties are all around me, so if you hear anything, that's Chunky coughing, or I don't know if it's coughing. He's reverse sneezing, I think, is what it is. um, all right, let me put these away for now. So something's happening with you, Aries. that let me clarify real quick because it's looking a little risque. Let's put it that way. It's looking a little taboo. Somebody wants to do something a little, I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, I don't know where to put these and where I got them from. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what I'm coming up with is that there's some sort of kind of, I want to say S&M is what kind of like, or an S&M or uh, tabooish kind of ritual in lovemaking that is coming through with somebody that um, you've recently met. and and it almost feels like it's kind of against your morals, or you're more, you're questioning whether this is the right thing to be doing, and you enjoy it when you're with him, or you know what I mean, you enjoy the time and that you spend with him. It's like uh it feels a little risk, like the adventure or the danger or the intrigue feels um uh intriguing, and the fantasy of it, makes you, draws you in, right? But then at the same time your mind is telling you, yeah, this is not a good idea. Right? So you're kind of halfway in between, and you're kind of, um, caught between, like, cutting your, cutting, not literally cutting your mind off, but like cutting your head off. Um, and then, and then just listening to what your, you know, sacral energy is wanting. Right. So, and it's causing you to have, that blockage is causing you to have, the more you block it, the more you want it, that kind of thing. It's causing you to have like a tower moment in essence, and not necessarily like, or maybe when you've had the experience, like the first experience caused you to have a tower moment. And now nothing else kind of seems the same because it's blocked, like this blocked energy of like, well, that was fantastic. So, you know, I can't feel anything else, right? That's quite the same uh, with anybody else, uh, because this experience was so fantastic. And the you know source energy is saying that you have to look at life like it's an adventure, and you're just starting. um and I don't know why. We'll find out why this is, if this person's gone for good or if this is like something that you should pursue. I'm very curious. But uh you have to look at, like, you have many, many miles to keep going in your life, like many moments to have, and that to not feel like that because this person of your past is gone or not with you, or moved on, that you're not going to have any kind of enjoyment. I mean, I kind of can relate to that. Like, I remember when somebody I knew left me, and it was so devastating. And like, I can't feel love the same way, because I love them so much. And it's like my heart is completely closed off, and it's been like that for a long time, and then slowly I feel like it's slowly opening up again. um but that stuff takes time. Like, once, as you complete cycles and you close cycles, and you end the things that you needed to end in order to move on, right? um your heart starts to open up, your heart, but you have to really be conscious of it. um and and that, if you're somebody that wants to have, I mean, this is a family, right? And um they're bowling. um they're doing like family bowling. Maybe that's something for somebody. But with a bunch of medals in the background. So if you're wanting to have that, amazing experience in love, you have to realize that um sometimes people have to leave your life in order for the good people to come in, right? And uh and sometimes it's not easy to let other people go, you know to let those people that aren't meant to be in your life go. um so let's find out, like, what happened to this. Is this person gone for good? Because, I mean, I don't know, but let's find out. So is this like a new person coming in? Is this a person of the past? Like, what's going on? I'm so sorry. I do not mean to be yawning. I don't know what's with me. I feel like no matter how much I sleep, I need more sleep. I right? I don't know what it is. It's like uh, I probably should breathe more too. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, and the 9 of swords. Wow. This person, like, did some, I mean, let's find out. I'm saying, like, I'm guessing before I know. Um, hmm. This person was working. Yeah, this person of the past was somebody that you cared about a lot, right? And they were working. They were literally working and planning on how to take the things that you love, like what you loved, them, and taking your love and create a nightmare for you, an absolute nightmare. Take everything that you cared about and everything that you were trying to achieve, and they were trying to make it into a nightmare and then leave you out into the cold, right? They just left you out there with nothing. And that's why you had to cut them off. That's why they were blocked, because they caused all kinds of tower moments. And yes, they probably were somebody that really, really, really had an impact on you, because usually those people that are karmic like that or cause that kind of change in you are somebody that will create that kind of havoc in your life. So, maybe you weren't seeing a cycle that you were repeating over and over again. And so they came in to try to get you to change this repetitive cycle that you were doing. And so, because you're meant to have love, you're meant to have an adventure in life, you're meant to have abundance. They took, wow, they took all, there's 2 goats on top of here on this king of coins. And they look like Dracula. I'm going to have you look at that. So it's like they were actually, I mean, that's no random experience there, right? Like, they literally were sucking the life out of you with your money or your abundance, like the things that you loved, the things that you cherished, who you were. They were literally sucking the blood, your life force, your energy. And filling your head with fantasy. And then making you feel like you weren't enough, or that unfulfilled. So that person's energy was very, very icky. Okay. And I don't like it for anybody, including myself. I wouldn't want that energy into anybody. So I want to know about, this person coming in, right? Or what's happening coming in, right? I don't want to know about this person anymore. So what's going to happen? So I want to know who. It's saying somebody's heartbroken about making you feel like you have to constantly worry about, somebody coming after you. With one eye open, like you can't really rest, So, you can have happiness, but you're always like, is this an illusion? How can you have like true happiness if there's constantly burdens, and you're all alone and you have to do everything alone to manifest? So this King of Wands energy, whoever this is, this manifester, some King of Wands energy has an idea. The idea is that they're going to work to create a 10 of cups with you. But like how? I don't understand. How? By making you feel happy. By finding out the truth. About why they withheld their energy. So that's interesting. Aries, that's very interesting. I don't know really. Like, is that something that we want to try to extend maybe? In another, like, finding out, like, is that something that we want to find out? Like, is this person, good for us? I think I will. I think I will. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a teaser. Let's just do a little teaser of okay, so immediately, this is the teaser for, like, I'm going to just start off with this, is that, when you were severely betrayed and, this betrayal was probably, it seems to me like it was something that's like, like somebody can't just come in and say, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was like a mistake. No, this is pretty severe betrayal, right? That happened. Like, this person knew what they were doing and they were doing it on purpose and they knew that it was hurting you. And this raven energy that's in this card. I mean, I'd be crazy not to point out the fact that, ravens and blackbirds, or, crows, however you want to talk about it, but they know, like, they're so smart. I talk about this all the time, but the thing that makes me that's drawing me to this part is that, when you see a bunch of ravens in a tree, like, they always say that that's them having a funeral. And they're flying like there's 10 of them. So they're basically being the sword. And they're obviously scavengers as well. So they're picking at the pieces that is left of her and, scavenging the overkill. And also, ravens have amazing memories. So, like, let's say you were, like, you and a friend were doing something someplace, and the friend hated ravens, and they went and got, like, their BB gun and started shooting at them or something like that, right? And they would remember the two of you. Like, you could come back like 2-3 years later and they would remember that you were with them. And I know that seems far-fetched, but I did, like, all kinds of research on it. And there was, like, these, there were masks in school. So, like, each class could look the same. And they were, and they had, like, a fake raven. And they remembered them every single year, that these were the same people because they had the masks on. It's pretty amazing. I mean, ravens have the intelligence, they say, of like an 8-year-old, with water distribution and making their own tools. I mean, they are simply absolutely amazing. And so, I mean, it doesn't leave me, I mean, I'd be crazy not to bring up the fact that this woman has been, or a person has been betrayed, and she's left there standing with nothing, you know, overlooking the horizon with these 10 birds that are symbolizing the swords that overkilled her, right? I mean, they basically took everything from her. And the only thing she had left was her Marikai, which is her brilliance, like, finding out what was her, like the hermit energy, like that inner light, the things that she was good at, and focusing on her brilliance, the stuff that nobody can take from you, the stuff that nobody can steal from you, because it can't be taken, right? It's so ingrained in you. And this is a long extension, by the way, but I think it's so amazing. And so, a long teaser, I should say. And because of that, it created balance in your energy, right? And prioritizing, what was important. And because clearly you were prioritizing their needs over your own. And you started to have to look at the situation a little bit different. And then you had to celebrate the fact that you were choosing yourself and your own adventure, because this person didn't show up for you, right? Because this person refused to show up for you. You were like, that's okay. I'll do the second best thing. Because if they don't want to have an adventure with me, they don't want to be in my life, that's okay. I don't need to have them. I don't need to have them to create the life I want. I can create my own life. And that's actually really beautiful. Okay, so that's the end of the teaser. If you guys want to see more, then I'm going to put the link in the description box below, and also at the top of the comments. And on top of that, if you like my reading and you want to help the channel in non-monetary ways, hit the like button, subscribe, comment below. Those ways are just amazing ways to help the channel. They're probably like the best ways to help the channel, because it helps with the algorithm. and then if you feel the need to want to, support me in other ways, like with a donation or anything like that, I put that also in the comment box over there, to, as far as like donations, or, purchase the extension, because, I think it'll be cool, like, to find out if this person's really good for, for you. All right. So thanks so much. And I will see you guys later. Bye.